Minor 11. Anyways. What's up, guys? I'm Rick from Rick's Rock School, here for another episode of Dog Coffee and Guitars. Dog Coffee and Guitars, episode 13. Thank you guys for all the support. Means the world to me, means the world to Slug too, and Slug will be showing up very soon. Don't worry. But first, I want to share with you guys the best piece of guitar advice that I've ever been given in my life. It saved my guitar playing life. About 3 years ago, I started to notice that anytime I would play guitar for any extended period of time, I would get shooting pains up and down my arms, from the elbow up to the hand, and then tingling sensation. My hands were going numb on stage. In what seems like a past life now, I played guitar professionally for a living. That's how I ate, paid my rent live. I played in a country band, and I was playing a gig one night, and as I would often do when the singer was taking a break, I would play some Zeppelin or some Hendrix, and stuff that I love to do, and the crowd would get a kick out of that. And I was playing Purple Haze. I was playing a little bit of Purple Haze one night in between songs, and my hand gave out on me in the middle of playing Purple Haze, like somebody that had never played guitar before. Just gave out. It just said, "Nah, stop. You don't know how to play anymore." Shooting pain. I shook my hand down. Somebody in the crowd went, "Rick, land!" And that's when I knew it was time to see a doctor. Don't always go to doctors for things. I'll just tough it out and hope it goes away. But I didn't see a doctor. See, I've been in 2 head-on car collisions in my life. Come to think of it, and I'm thinking about this just now. My mom doesn't know about the second one. Mom, if you're watching this, I was hit head-on by a Cadillac Escalade, a 75-year-old woman. I was stopped at a stop sign, and a 75-year-old woman hit me. While I was stopped at a stop sign, she made the worst left turn in the history. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get a frantic call about 17 seconds after this thing goes live. So, Mom, I'm sorry. But anyways, back to this. The best piece of guitar advice that I was ever given. I was about to give up, and I saw an ad. This teacher in Delran, New Jersey, said he had this way of playing guitar for people that had pain, or they were looking to improve their playing, or they hated their tone. I said, this sounds like me on every single level. Let me give this guy a call. Michael Schwartz, Delran, New Jersey. I had a gig that night and was on the way to the gig. I stopped in, and we sat there and we played for a couple hours. And he said that if you are pressing hard enough to dent a marshmallow, you are pressing too hard. And the thing about Michael Schwartz is that he was legally blind. So when I showed up, I was like, how effective of a teacher is this guy going to be? But on to Mr. Miyagi stuff. He sat there and we played for 3 hours. And every time I would press a note too hard, he would stop. And he'd go, "Nah, do that again. And I would play the lick over and over again. And I would think, okay, this one sounds good. He's like, "No, it's not there yet." Until finally, after like 30 tries, he'd be like, "That was it." And then I wanted to cry. I finally played it right. But he said to me, if you're playing hard enough, fretting hard enough to dent a marshmallow, you are pressing too hard. Now, mind you, all this time, in the span of about a year or two, I was doing gigs. I had my band members, they depended on me. We all were, it would help pay our rent and eat, and et cetera, et cetera. We needed the money. And so I didn't want to let anybody down. So I would play on stage some nights, and my hand would be going numb from, chording, solos. I wasn't as strong as I wanted. To this day, my hands are not as strong as they were when I was in high school. But I'm playing as well as I ever have in my life. So if anyone of you out there, you're suffering from carpal tunnel syndrome or tendonitis or arthritis, don't put the guitar away. I made it through. I'm going to teach you how to play the way that I was taught that night. Now, after that lesson, I had a renewed sense of confidence, which sometimes is all you really need. And I said, okay, this is not over. I can do this. Breathe. that was the best gig that I had ever played that night. I went from the first solo on the first song. It just felt right. It wasn't pressing tone, and I was playing faster. I was playing faster and smoother than I ever had, and my tone was better. So my mantra from that night and for the rest of my life, mantra: don't dent the marshmallow. Look. If you are playing hard enough, like I said, if you're pressing, this is about all you need. Look, no dent, no dent. Check this out. Edge of the fret first and foremost. We're going to play on the edge of the fret. You don't even need your thumb on the guitar. Absolutely no pressure. I mean, that tone is nice. Playing chords, whether you're playing chords, whether you're playing your lead guitar. I'm going to teach you how to play this. I'm going to teach you some stretches to help you get over carpal tunnel. Not get over, but we are going to conquer carpal tunnel for guitar players. Now, check this out. If you are pressing hard enough to dent this thing, right? Already, just enough pressure to dent a marshmallow is enough for this to get tense in here and start the tingles. So, not going to dent the marshmallow. I'm going to give you the exercises. I'm going to give you the stretches, and we're going to learn a Miles Davis song. That's going to be fun. But before we do, I got a couple of ratings to give. Speaking of marshmallows, let's talk about the marshmallow for a second and a couple of ratings. I'm of the belief that the marshmallow is overrated. It's an overrated piece of candy. Anytime you talk about a piece of candy, you have to talk about what we can do with that piece of candy. So let's throw out a couple of ratings here. First and foremost, Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms. Trash cereal. Lucky Charms is a trash cereal. The only redeeming quality about Lucky Charms is those fake Cheerios. I love Cheerios. By the way, Cheerios, especially Honey Nut Cheerios, are going to get an 11 out of 10. Cheerios, 11 out of 10. But back to the marshmallows. Lucky Charms, only redeeming quality is the fake Cheerios. Those marshmallows are gross. We could toss that out. Lucky Charms, 2 out of 10. It's redeeming from getting a 1 because of the Cheerio part, but 2 out of 10 on the Lucky Charms. Now, let's talk about Rocky Road. It's an okay ice cream flavor as they go, but are you really going to go to the ice cream store? You're going to pass up mint chocolate chip? You're going to pass up pistachio? You're going to pass up Moose Tracks? You can pass up Moose Tracks for Rocky Road? No, absolutely not. Get that out of here. We don't want that. We don't want that. Rocky Road, an average flavor at best. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10, but there is one thing. The knight in shining armor that has saved the marshmallow industry for generations. Has put the Stay Puft heirs, the grandkids, to the throne in college and will forever. The marshmallow industry will never go out of business because of s'mores. S'mores are epic. Look, certain things are gross, but if you light them on fire, marshmallows are one of those things. Something perfect. If you don't like a s'more, you are killing me, Smalls. I give s'mores 9 out of 10, and saves the marshmallow from an abysmal rating. The marshmallow, because s'mores exist, the marshmallow on our Dog Coffee and Guitars rating system is going to get a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. And that's the s'mores saving them. They are saved by the s'mores. All right, guys. And we're gonna do a dog toy review at the end of the lesson. We'll do a dog toy review at the end of the lesson. We're gonna find out how Slug likes peanut butter filled bones. But before we get started, let's let Slug give an official marshmallow review. Slug, come here, buddy. Come here, Slug. Come here, buddy. Let's see. Let's find out. Like that? Well, there you have it. Slug, marshmallows are trash. Marshmallows are now going to get a 4 out of 10. Marshmallows get a 4 out of 10 on our dog coffee review. Thank you, Slug, for all your assistance. He's going to be back later in the episode. All jokes aside, it's lesson time. Slug is over here. Quick update. After dropping the marshmallow, he decided to give the marshmallow a second chance. He ate it off the floor and is now looking for more marshmallows, and I think he wants me to revise the score, but all dog coffee guitar scores are final. Sorry, buddy. Let's get to it, guys. This exercise that was originally shown to me by Michael Schwartz in Delran, New Jersey, has been incredibly helpful. And the exercise is this. Because we never want to use the thumb as a clamp, right? If you ever find yourself playing a bar chord and using your thumb to press, do it right now. Get your guitarist at home and use your thumb as a clamp to play a bar chord and feel the pressure here. It's no good. So because the thumb is only to be ever used as a placeholder and not as a clamp, Slug is trying to interfere with the filming of this episode. Slug, we're gonna chill out, buddy. I know it's dog coffee and guitars and everything, but let's chill out a second. Okay. All right. So because the thumb is never to be used as a clamp, the exercise is this. We're gonna play a chromatic scale with our thumbs off the guitar. We're never going to perform this way, but we're going to have our thumbs off the guitar so we make sure that we're fretting properly, and of course we are not denting the marshmallow. So we're going to play 5, 6, 7, 8 like this. And again, the guitar, you never use the thumb as a clamp on your guitar. We're going to keep running 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you can go backwards. You can keep running. I run this exercise with my thumb off the guitar. I'm not pressing hard enough to dent that marshmallow. And again, if you use your thumb as a clamp, you've got to rethink the way that you play guitar. We're trying our tone. Listen, when we stay light on our fingers, our tone is remarkably better than the other way around. If I went pressing too hard, I'm working against myself. Sounds so much better. Another thing that helps immensely is being on the edge of your frets. Make sure we fret on the edge of the frets. The closer you are to that metal bar, the easier it is to produce a clean note. It's why they make scalloped fretboards, guys. We don't need to have that string mashed into the fretboard. So there's your exercise. Try to stay on the edges of the frets the whole time. Play with your thumb off the guitar and do this a couple minutes a day and see what it does for your playing. Even if you don't have carpal tunnel syndrome, you need to do this at home. It's gonna help. It's gonna help that tone a lot and get that muscle memory. So always land on the edges of your frets. So don't let the marshmallow edge of the frets. Move on to the next thing. I promised a Miles Davis tune, and this Miles Davis song is a great piece to play to practice exactly what I'm talking about here. So What from Kind of Blue, the iconic, epic jazz masterpiece. So What? It goes like this. Quick note here, guys. When you play a pentatonic scale, any scale really, but we're here to play a pentatonic scale, we are surrounded by notes on the outside of the scale that we can use to color our notes in. So, quick jazz guitar cheat code, if you will. Take a quote-unquote wrong note and slide into the right note, like from the 4th fret of the B to the 5th fret, and then 7th fret G. So, 8th fret of the G into the 7th fret. All of a sudden, just immediately adds like a little bit of jazz flavoring. There's a quick jazz flavoring into our pentatonic rock blues scales. Now, here's how we play So What? Miles Davis, 5th fret E to the 7th fret. So it's to the 7th fret of the D, so we have a string skip. Then we're gonna go 4th fret G, slide to the 7, so 5B with the first finger. Then we roll up 5G, also with the first finger. Ring finger 7G, and then middle finger can get the 7th fret of the D. So this is E minor 7 sus 4. Good way to practice. Hey, bar chords without overexerting. Don't use the thumb as a clamp, just as a placeholder. E minor 7 sus 4 is the 7th fret of the A, D, and G strings, and then with your first finger, and then your middle finger is going to get 8B. And we'll move that back 2 frets to a D minor 7 sus 4 chord tone. Repeat. This time, don't hit the A note at the end. Just stay there on the 7th fret of the G. Now, this slide lick is one of the coolest things you can play on the guitar. If you don't feel cool playing that, I don't know what's going to do it for you. 4th fret B string into the 5th fret. Just immediately puts you in that smoky jazz club vibe. 4th fret B to the 5th fret. These quick little slides. 7G, 7D. Stay light, stay on the edge of the fret. Don't dent the marshmallow. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, guys. If you have carpal tunnel, if you have tendonitis, something, and you're thinking about giving up the guitar, I'm here. I'm gonna make sure that you do not give up. If you have arthritis, we can play. We can get around our hand issues, guys. So I hope I helped. Leave it in the comments. Leave your questions in the comments. If you disagree with my marshmallow takes, leave it in the comments. Quick update. Slug did, in fact, eventually circle around and eat the marshmallow that he threw on the floor, and he wants to apologize to the marshmallow people out there. Guys, I have a blast making these videos. Slug's coming back in a second. Slug's coming back in a second for the peanut butter bone review, but we are done with the guitar portion of the show. All right, guys, dog toy review time. The people at Red Barn have decided to fill a dog bone filled with peanut butter. They put peanut butter in it, and Slug is excited. For about a week, he has made it his mission to eliminate the peanut butter for this thing. He has had so much fun. This is the Red Barn peanut butter bone, as you can see. Now his attention is at, he's like, dude, the marshmallow was all right, but this is what I want. Guys, he has not been able to chew through it. He's eaten about a quarter of the peanut butter after a week. This absolutely stands up to the Slug onslaught, and for that reason, and it keeps him busy all day. It keeps him occupied. It's tough to keep this dog occupied. So because it keeps him occupied, and he has not been able to chew through this thing at all, Slug, what do you think? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. The Red Barn peanut butter bone gets an 11 out of 10. Guys, I had a lot of fun with today's episode. Leave comments and like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And Slug and I will see you next time. And don't forget, free guitar lessons for animal shelter donations. Donate to your local shelter. And Slug and I are going to make an appearance. That's a free lesson. And if you adopt an animal from an episode of Dog Coffee and Guitars, watch an episode of Dog Coffee and Guitars, and decide to adopt an animal, we're going to do a month of free lessons. Slug will also make an appearance in all of those. Buddy, are we ready to wrap up another episode? Yeah, we're ready. All right, he's trying to get his peanut butter bone. Later, guys. Play guitar, pet dogs, drink coffee. It's a good way to live. It's good for you. I'll see you next time.